Hello guys and welcome back to a new video. Today we are going to be talking about one of the newest and one of my favorite new decks in this commentary, and that is Dynomist. Now, you might be thinking, well, Flogos, Dynomist isn't a new deck. This entire list has been legal minus the extras for like the entirety of this commentary, for the entirety of commentary. And I'd say, well, you'd be right, but there's one thing you're missing, is that this deck, the reason I'm playing it for the deck's tournament, has a wildly good Predaplant matchup. This is a going second deck that doesn't care about monster negates, has no in archetype or really no like important super poly targets, and has no oh, it also doesn't care about summoning from the extra deck. So this deck has everything. It's got the ability to play Kaiju's, Pankratops. It's got a pretty compact engine, being only you have like room for like 15 like staples. Like I'm playing Pang, I'm playing six Kaiju's, Dark Hole, X-Ravs. Uh, it's just a lot, and I think that overall this list is wild. Like I think this is the best I've come up with so far. So let's get through the deck profile. We got three Anki. All the Dynamists basically work the same. Their effects, their effects barely matter. And I think it becomes clear why they barely matter later is because all their scale effects are one of few things. The scale sixes, which are Anki, Brachio, and I think Plesio, all prevent targeting on your Dynamos monsters, and then Ceratops, Spinos, and Stegosaur all prevent destruction of your monsters. Now we are missing two total Dynamis cards, which are the Tyrannosaur, or the T-Rex, and the fucking what was his name? Pteranodon. But those are less important. Pteranodon actually really fucking quick. But let's go through the monsters. Ankylos. This banishes any monster a Dynamist destroys, which is pretty good. But normally this is like the best monster for you to scale because its effect is usually doesn't matter. Brachion. Brachion's great. Brachion's a skill 6, and it's also Cyber Dragon. You can summon it if you control none, which is really, if you don't control any monsters, which is really good when they like pop your skills. Yeah, if they pop your skills. And then for the other six, Plesios. Plesios is the best Dynamist monster. Lowering your opponent's attack for all the Dynamist cards you control essentially means that you can. This is how you beat like the high attack monsters of the format. Specifically in Predaplant, when even though you do not care about the monster negates or any of the interaction, Dracosphelia is 2800 and our other highest monster is 25. So we have to keep a lookout for monsters like that. And Plesios is the way we do it. For scale 3s, Ceratops. Ceratops is great. Ceratops special summons itself. We control Dynamist, but they still control a another dude that has more attack than the Dynamist, which is pretty often actually. Only on really turn 1, because all the end bosses in this format have really high attack. It's also a scale 3, which means, that's important. Next we have Spinos. This is the second best monster in the deck. You contribute and activate one of two effects. Effect 1 is you can attack directly, and effect 2 is that they can make a second battle phase. Essentially, they can make a second attack. This card is not once per turn, so you can go summon, like, Pendulum Summon 3, tribute both, activate, like, limiter removal, and then attack twice directly for game. And then you also have your scales to protect you from anything that targets and anything that destroys. So that's the main OTK play of the deck. If you have limiter removal plus like 5 Dynamists, which is a tall ask, I will say. Stegosaur. I don't even remember his monster effect. What does it do again? Damage. Oh, after damage calc, you can destroy the monsters. That's really good. I never read this card before. Yeah, you control a Pendulum monster. If a Pendulum monster you control battles an opponent's monster after damage calc, you can destroy those monsters. Essentially, yeah, you can just go with like Anki into or like another like bad Dynamist into like Dragostapelia, and then Stegosaur effect to destroy them both. All right, on to the going second cards. You have one Pank, six Kaijus, and the three Dark Hole. This is just all of the going second cards that can fit in the deck. Pank seemed like it makes sense because it's just a free special, and they usually control more monsters than you. So yeah, you can also. It's really easy to remove monsters from your side of the field to just make things even with Spinos by tributing them. Six Kaijus. This is to get through towers decks. This deck has no in archetype outs to the towers, so you just have to play a bunch of Kaijus, especially in a going second deck. Three Dark Hole. This card is underrated in this format, actually. Just activate Dark Hole breaks up Predaplant board pretty hard. It breaks through like Lunalight boards pretty well, shockingly, because they don't make Leo Dancer on their first turn anymore. They just make two Rank Force, and then you drop this, and then destroy the Nightmare and make the Redoer tag out. It's crazy. Yeah, play Dark Hole. The card's actually really good. Three charge. Charge is the tanky for this archetype, but it also, when a Dynamist is destroyed, you add it back to the hand, which is bonkers. This card is the best card of the archetype. Uh, it's just really good. Three limiter removal. Any machine OTK deck obviously should play this. It opens up minus OTK lines, like I said, but it also just lets you like hit over everything. Yeah, I mean, card's just great. Three extra. This is nice because we don't care about the extra deck at all. So it's literally Pot of Greed. Why wouldn't you play this? And finally, the only trap card on the deck, three Dynamist Howling. Howling is literally so busted. Literally place two Dynamist Pendulum monsters from deck into Pen Zone, and then also compulsory activation device. And you know what's funny? This card tributes a Dynamist, so if you have Howling, you can go Howling, tribute your Dynamist, bounce a card, charge, add the card back to the hand, and then you lost like basically no advantage. All right, let's talk about the extra deck. Three Nova. This is just a good machine card to have. It's a rank 5. Three Vespanado. Vespanado is also a good machine rank 5. It can also be placed on top of the rank 4s. The only rank 4 you're really ever making is Light Dragon Agnister. This card's actually fine in this deck because you can like go Anki plus like Stego. Like if you're in like a really awkward board state, you can go like Anki plus Stego or like Anki plus Plesio into Agnister, and then you can go Agnister like pop. I don't know, like what they have like that is hard out like a Dragostapelia that has already like used their counter, maybe like like a monk that you would be protected by Sithana or one of the other ones, maybe the green one. Three Redoer. This is actually the only rank 4 I've ever like made. The card's good. Yeah, essentially it's just for grind games. You know, it's for stalling out and making sure you have board presence every single turn. Yeah, this card is busted, I will say. Three Tornado Dragon. This is just for spell trap removal in case you're playing against Floodgates. If you're playing against like Gravity Bind or like some like weird Floodgate, you can go into Tornado Dragon and just take it out. Into the side deck, we've got Artifact Lancia, just a decent card in general. You know, it's just Artifact Lancia. It prevents people from vanishing, so it's good against Lunalight. It's good against for the prevents of confusion summoning. It's good against or activate a Redoer. It's good against any deck that makes Redoer because you can prevent it from activating. One Called By. This is against hand trap decks. One Change of Heart. This is against decks that don't care about that. Like I can target their cards. Three Dark Ruler. This is against decks that make like a big monster like synchro boards. Those have been getting like weirdly popular, so we need to start cracking down. Three Twin Twister. This is for back row decks, along with Red Reboot and the three Royal Decree. All of this is for back row. The Royal Decrees and the Red Reboot, especially, very very good against back row decks. Red Reboot's busted. This card's good. Just play it. That's the end of the video. It's not super complicated. Dynamist is a pretty easy deck. It's an easy deck to pick up and learn. All you have to do is remember that your 3 skills prevents from destruction, and your 6 skills prevents from targeting. You got to remember to trigger charge. When I was in the early stages of this deck, I just kind of forgot to activate charge's second effect and add them back to hand. It lost me a couple games. Also, remember to use your side deck well. If you're playing against a deck that uses a lot of trap cards, you gotta side in the degrees in the reboot. That's gonna be the video. That's gonna be the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.